shelf.
My name is Silence. I'm the executive producer of this project. I am a movie fan.
You're a movie fan.
Yeah. I'm not a
Wow.
professional for the. Sorry, I'm not because I'm not the professional for the making the movies.
Ah, you're still a professional.
Okay, I'm Joseph Chan Sin Ji. I'm very glad to be the four short films producer, and then I did movie a lot in Hong Kong since 1983. Okay, well, I love Hong Kong movie.
My name is Wing. I I'm one of the director for this project.
Perfect. And which one did you do?
I did the Love series
Perfect.
about the name. I forgot the name.
The art one.
The art.
Hi, this is my name Chung. I'm the director of the romance genre movie, and my film is called Somewhere in Time.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Ken, and I'm honored to be part of this documentary, and I participated in the thriller series. It's called Deja Vu.
So, what I want to talk about to Deja Vu, to the whole theme of Deja Vu, is we are looking here, we are celebrating classic Hong Kong cinema of the 80s and the 90s. We are recreating all of these moments. What changed between the 80s and the 90s and now, and why are we looking backwards? You talk about that Hong Kong had a bit of a dip. What do you think accounts for the dip, and what needs to be lifted up in Hong Kong? We'll start with you. Why do you you're the
I'm the oldest one. Yeah, I'm the oldest one.
You've
yeah.
seen the transition happen about the sort of the peak of the Hong Kong cinema, went to mainland, and now is coming back maybe to Hong Kong.
Wow, this is a long story, I think. I most enjoyed the time at around 1980 to the 90s in Hong Kong movie, because at that time we have very short of the facilities, short of the environment and everything, but we fight for it, and then we did all the best we can. We used a very low budget, we used a very minor condition, and then we create a lot, and then it at that time I can say it's all about creation. They explore their imagination, and that's why they can do a lot of different kind of movie at that time, and create a very like a millennium state at that time. Okay, but after we have the big market in China, it seems like wow, we have big budget, we have big market, but also at that time we have the limited the limitation for the contents, because we need to fit another kind of market, and it might create a lot of so-called huge movie with big scene, but it seems not exactly like the Hong Kong movie that we had at the 1980s. Okay, and for now, I'm so happy that we have this new directors. They come back to Hong Kong, and they are now create a lot of ideas. Is talk about Hong Kong itself, and then I think this is good. Yeah.
I would like to talk specifically to the young creators
Yeah.
about that, because one of the things about Hong Kong, I think we're dancing around it. I'm not getting too challenging, but obviously there were certain limitations as discussed. They're just different limitations now, but Hong Kong has a spirit of independence, shall we say. I'm wondering if you can talk about now in 2024, what you see as the spirit for cinema working now in Hong Kong. What might we not understand about certain liberties, certain freedoms that you have now in shooting in Hong Kong that maybe within the bigger market you do not?
But to me, I think limitations are over the world, actually. And sometimes limitations triggers us for our creativity, or even like all kinds of challenges. I think we welcome challenges, we embrace challenges, we embrace all these kinds of limitations. And sometimes when you are in the comfort zone, you can't create beautiful things to me. So I'm thrilled and I'm excited to see all the challenges in the future. So and hopefully I can keep making movies, and especially Hong Kong cinema, Hong Kong movies.
But do you see Hong Kong? Do you see a renaissance of the Hong Kong spirit?
One of the special things of Hong Kong movie is flexibility. No matter in 80s, 90s, and even now, we keen on to solve problem within limitations. So this is our.
You've seen the changes in the cinema. Are you seeing now? Are you excited about the future of Hong Kong cinema? Do you see now as a new spark for new creativity?
Definitely new spark, and it actually changed a lot to me since I was like a student, at the 80s, and when I started working for the film director, it was around 90s. I think those topic or those movie was even more daring to me. So what I'm seeing is new subject, new people in the industry. I think no matter what, it should be changed. It has to be changed.
And is there, and this is a hard question, is there space to change? We on the outside sometimes think that things are locked in. Mm-hmm. Are we misunderstanding how much space there is to change, or are we simply accepting that things are different now than they were maybe in the 80s and 90s, but there's still opportunity for new things and new voices?
I think so, and we are changing now.
Right.
Yeah, we are rolling, changing a lot. Also, even we need to have the China market. The limitation now is a little bit wider, and then we can do something like the movie from Hong Kong directors called Wang Jingpo. He did a movie in Taiwan called 周處除三害. Okay, I think before that it probably cannot release in China, but now they did, and also they got a very big, huge box office. It means to say that we are open step by step to accept more different voices.
I just saw Black Dog, and it is extraordinary. What a beautiful, beautiful movie. And it's a movie that obviously touches upon these political things, but does so in a way which is subtle, but still absolutely beautiful.
That's what I think. People are always talking about limitation to Hong Kong people. But when you just say that you saw the movie, The Black Dog, you say among these years, so many Chinese movies come to different competition, film festival. There's so many talented people in China within the limitations. We are just a small city in China, so we have to all facing how to open our mind in creativity, but not just the limitation.
Now, those are the hard questions. Let's ask some fun questions. What's your favorite film from the era of the 80s and 90s? Is there one film that you love?
Yeah, my favorite movie is Dong Jie Sai, what is the English name?
Ashes of Time.
Ashes of Time.
Yeah, I saw over 20 times.
It's a good movie.
Excellent movies. Excellent writer, excellent director, the actors, all the things is incredible.
Do you
I love it.
Do you have a favorite
I
from
have
the
no
era?
choice because I must say that the days of being wide because I'm the associated producer of that movie.
That's cheating. One that you were not associated producer.
Okay, then I would say the movie that we just saw yesterday is a 1984 movie, Shanghai 之夜, The Night of Shanghai.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's the beautiful movie I love, and until yesterday when I watch it, I still ripping.
Perfect.
80s and 90s, I still think In the Mood for Love is my favorite. So
In the mood of love. That's what he said.
There's so many movies I love it. But I agree with Chen. And, we just saw the Shanghai night yesterday, and we just love it. I'm crying too.
I would say in the Mood for Love too, but it's in 2000.
2000,
I think. Yeah.
We're going to count.
But in the 80s, I think Better Tomorrow from John Woo is one of my inspiration too. So I love it a lot.
So I've talked to John Woo several times. He's such a wonderful person. I've grown up with. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s with this incredible cinema that was coming out of this island that felt so fresh. How do you feel as people from Hong Kong when you see Michelle Yeoh? Obviously she's from Taiwan, but she did all her work in Hong Kong, getting the.
Malaysia.
Excuse me, she's from Malaysia. Excuse me. She's from Malaysia. Here she is. She's getting Best Actor. Tony Leung's from Hong Kong. And Andy Lau. We can keep going. These incredible now international superstars. Wei Wen-ping, like all the people that are shaping modern cinema. There is no John Wick if there was no Hong Kong, but equally there's so many films from this small area that have exploded. I'm just wondering, do you feel a sense of sort of pride of excitement that you are now attached to this legacy with this film that you did here?
Definitely. I was studying in Vancouver, and to be honest, they are all my childhood heroes. And then when I first went to Canada, and I thought I was the alien, the foreigner, right? But then somehow, because we all study film, and then people knew that I was from Hong Kong, and they talk about Tony Leung, Donnie Yen, Wong Kar-wai, of course. Everyone thought of Wong Kar-wai, Johnny To, blah 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 blah. And I feel the pride of Hong Kong cinema and being part of that kind of glorious history. So yeah, definitely.
And there you go. And again, I'm from Canada, so every time a Canadian does well, we get all excited. It's one thing for all of China to be excited, but specifically Hong Kong, there's got to be a sense of pride.
Yeah, I'm design directing. I'm also a production designer. I have chance to work with different area, people from different area, and they all told me that they are influenced by watching Hong Kong movie. They grow up by watching Hong Kong movies.
There's some beautiful, the use of lighting, the use of style, which you guys all evoke. I mean, in your film in particular, you're going for very specific moods and stuff like that. Do you share this sort of same sense of almost ownership that you can look at the films of the 80s and 90s and know that they connect with you directly?
But honestly, at that time, I didn't know. I thought it's just a normal.
They're just movies.
It's just movie. I thought it will be like keep going, lots of new stuff going on. But when I look back, it was really amazing to me.
We have it's not even a joke. People say, what do they call Chinese food in China? It's just called food. These are not Hong Kong movies. These are movies, and you were in Hong Kong. But what it is for me, and I need to emphasize this, is I think so much of the experimentation of that time that was coming out is completely reflected in the world. Almost any movie that you see here, if it's Furiosa with the action, the big blockbusters to the small intimate things, they draw so much from the cinema of this era, which is why I'm so excited for you guys to be having this legacy. Now, that gives pressure. I'm wondering if you could talk about the sort of sense that here you are doing in like 1 minute, you have to somehow say, look, I'm going to here have a celebration of some of these masterpieces. If you could talk about the challenge of putting this all together.
Actually, I try to enjoy as much as I can. So I maybe during the shoot, I have pressure. There's limitations, challenges, but after that, I just try to enjoy every moment during the whole project and enjoying the sunlight and with all its fellows. Yeah.
When they told us that there's a project about a short film to tribute to the different genre of Hong Kong movies, I just picked romance. I'm very glad that I had a chance to work with Sylvia Chan and George Lam, who's such a legend actor, actress in Hong Kong movie. And just to try to express some kind of romance feeling within a 1.5 minute, such a short duration, try to express a very memorable, touching feelings.
And just any sense of pressure, any sense of nausea on set.
I didn't think too much. Just
is that the key? I do that. I'm a critic. All we do is think too much.
Don't think too much. Just do it from heart, like what I feel in Hong Kong should be.
Perfect.
normal.
And then the two of you, when it was finally finished and you saw them all together, you had this dream of what to do to celebrate the cinema?
First
did
of
you
all,
feel?
I would like to say something about your previous questions. Well, actually, this is the Hong Kong movie's spirit, and also this is the Hong Kong filmmakers' spirit. No matter how hard, as long as they accept it, then they will just thinking nothing, and they just go straightly to make it done. That is the very important things, and that make me think and make me believe that we will live on in the future to make Hong Kong movie boom again.
Perfect. And when you finally saw all the films put together, how did you feel?
Wow. Actually, from the start beginning, we don't think too big. I like movie. We want to do something. Just want to find something calling. And it's the same idea. For me, it's very simple. I like movies. I just want to do something. I like documentaries. So I want shooting something about the past. So I found Joe and talked to the director and try to convince them to do something together. My mind is so simple. I never think we will be here.
Yeah.
Never.
Which leads perfectly. Could we just take a moment here, as we're sitting here on top of the palais, we're over the Debussy. Hey, look, there's Cannes, there's the Mediterranean.
Because the first time when they told us to do some short film, we just think that it's just for fun. We didn't know that.
It's just for fun.
So there's totally no box office pressure, and we just do it for fun.
We're in Cannes. we're
We
in Cannes.
didn't expect to be here.
Exactly, but what does it mean to you? I mean, as people who are hungry for the world cinema, what does this festival mean to you on a personal basis? Independent of Hong Kong, independent of everything here, what's it like for you being here in Canada?
Well, I guess it's actually every filmmaker's dream, to be honest. And again, when I see the red carpet, when I see the palais, and all these filmmakers, film lovers all gather here, and it's like a dream come true for me. As a fan, like 12 years ago, I've been here, but I was a nerd, a film nerd, a fan. But now I finally became what I really hoped for. I'm a filmmaker, so now I'm here in Cannes. So it's like a dream come true for me.
And have you guys been to Cannes before? Anywhere?
The first time, so it I just
Does it live up to your expectations?
fantastic, amazing.
Yes. Crazy, huh? And the sun is finally sunny. And had you been to Cannes before?
No, never.
And what is your impression? First of all, how's the food? How's the croissant?
Everything is perfect, and the weather is perfect. Everything is, and also all the people they get together. I think it's really powerful somehow.
So, and you're everything I got you while you're eating.
I've been here for this is my fifth time,
Fifth time.
Son, yeah. My first time to come Cannes is in 1998 with a Hou Xiaoshan's movie, The Flower of Shanghai. Yeah, right. And then, we didn't never think that we will have this chance to come here because of this project. But now it's it's a bonus, and also I think this is we're worth it. We're worth it. Okay. And then for Cannes Festival, it's always like one of the three big festival, Berlin, Oscar, and Cannes. And I like Cannes' spirit because it's very warm, very surreal when you see the big star and then just walking on the street, and then you will see wow, something like that.
I'm in Toronto, so we tend to count Toronto International Film
I
Festival.
I also attend the Toronto Festival few years
Venice
before.
too.
Yeah,
And Venice and Sundance. And
Yeah.
There was Macau, but we won't talk about that. Go on, please.
It's totally far from our expectation because we have Hong Kong Light, we went to the Hong Kong Light, we went to the China Film Light, and we have different events, and we have go to other people's screening, just sort of the Black Dog, and we have our own film premiere. It's amazing.
It's wonderful. I'm going to ask a silly question then. We're going to take away. I asked you about Hong Kong cinema. I want to know if there was one movie that made you fall in love with movies. if there was that one thing that made you think, not only do I like movies, but I'm going to spend my life doing this. It can be from Hong Kong, it can be from wherever.
Okay.
But was there one movie that you saw that thought, not only do I love this, but I want to do this?
Oh, The Godfather, like all time. Yeah, it's my favorite movie. But also Cinema Paradiso, it's my favorite, and always encourage this kind of films.
I was going to say, if Francis is here, you should go.
I know. I wish I can. I
可能我哋琴
can.
晚見到佢。
Yeah, I wish I can see him to tell them.
廁所撞到。
Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Was there one movie that you remember?
For me, it's Babylon. It's the first movie that my dad took me to the cinema. Babylon is played by Stephen McQueen and Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Because the first time that I feel amazing because so many people, so many people, hundreds of people, thousands of people in the same space to cry with you together, to exciting with you together. It's the first thing I think that cinema is so amazing.
I mean, for me, I will tell you something very funny. During COVID here in Cannes, France had rules about where you needed vaccination, of course, and you could go into churches and cinemas without vaccination. They treat church and cinema the same here in France. This is what's wonderful about France.
That's great.
So, is there one movie for you that?
That one movie changed my life. It was the movie called The Wall. Do you remember?
Pink
The
Floyd.
War, Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
The Wall.
That
We just saw
Yeah, we
Black
saw the
Dog,
poster.
and
We saw the poster on the
yeah,
wall.
the song, right?
in Black Dog, there's all kinds of Pink Floyd. So.
Yeah.
There's a poster on the wall in the set.
Well,
yeah,
and the
no,
music
that's
playing.
that's the poster.
Yeah, yeah.
It changed my life.
Perfect. And so that's very interesting. So Pink Floyd's The Wall, the Alan Parker film. You saw that and thought, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, and then because I was really into the music and also I was a
visual
graphic
images.
designer.
Right.
So when I look at
The
all
scarf,
this animation, everything, it changed my whole life. And then I was really young. And then back to after the movie, I watched it again at the same day. So it like, oh my God, this is what it called movie.
Did you have?
Wow, my
Many.
movies many years ago. It's Dr. Zhivago, David Lynn. Yeah, that's let me know what is movie because it can tell what is life and people.
And do you remember where did you see it on TV? Or did
No.
you-
I went to the
The
cinema.
first time you saw it in
first time
cinema.
to the cinema. Yeah, especially I remember the scene that the boy's mother died, and then when you look at the trees swinging, that made me feel that we must live at the moment.
Perfect. And do you have one movie that made you fall in love with movies?
星光伴我心嚟嘅。
Cinema
Cinema
Paradiso.
television.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
Same.
So-
it's the same.
So what's interesting is that Cinema Paradiso is it's a movie about loving movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
It is very, and your movie is a movie about loving movies about loving movies.
It's so
Yes.
impressed, so meaningful. I don't know why.
I'm saying
So
it's
impressed
a very movie fan to love
Yeah.
movies that are about loving movies. I mean, it's a little bit
Yeah.
circular, but okay. So you're in Vancouver. Who else is? You're at school. You're in Vancouver.
Yeah, I was studying.
So again, I'm from Toronto, so I have to make fun. The only other famous person from Vancouver Film School was Kevin Smith, of course, and he dropped out. But if you could talk about sort of that, and have you been to Canada?
Yeah, I've been shooting in Canada and in Vancouver.
So that Vancouver.
Well, Toronto and Vancouver. I love Toronto.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about what you talked a little bit about your experience. If you could just, for this Canadian, if you could talk about the experience of seeing a different culture through your eyes, and maybe what you saw about Canada, maybe Canadian films, if you've seen many that reflect
Not
differently.
really. I was more into graphic and photos that time.
But
when I
even
was
that,
a student.
was there anything in Canada that sort of changed your perspective about that you brought back home?
From Vancouver, I forgot. It was
Yeah.
too long ago.
Perfect. I'll go back to you then. Is there anything specific that
I was
the
from
outside-
Vancouver Film School, but I didn't drop out. I heard about the story about Kevin Smith too. But it was good times, and all my friends from around the world, like it's like a culture jam thing. Like all different kind of culture can blend it together. So to me, it's
This is what I'm getting at, because what Hong Kong was for 500, 600 years was a culture jam.
exactly. I know.
At its best and at its worst, it was people coming together to trade, to do all of this stuff. That's what made it so extraordinary. It was at one point the only place truly where this communication could happen. So that's why I'm interested in those that have gone outside but come back to places like Hong Kong with a little bit of outside to maybe shape, maybe change Hong Kong.
It opened my perspective to see things and how I think about stuff. So it's thank you Vancouver, thank you Canada.
Yeah, I love Vancouver very much because so many Chinese there. And I think that the production crew there is very professional. But the one thing that very impressing me about Canada is the director of Doom. Is from,
Denny Villeneuve.
It's from Canada.
It's great.
And what did you think of Dune?
It's great.
And do you see? I mean, even something like Dune, I think owes a certain amount to particular styles, the color palette, the way that the action. I can absolutely see him absolutely adoring many of the films that you guys are referencing.
Yeah, Rivals and all of its films. It's great. Yeah, it inspired me a lot actually. Even James Cameron's from Canada, right? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Grandmaster. Yeah.
We're lucky, but this James Cameron's an interesting guy. Villeneuve's an interesting guy. These are people that are Canadian but go to the United States to actually work. This is not so different than being from Hong Kong and going to the mainland to work. Final question: do you guys see, as you continue to build your careers, do you see that Hong Kong still stays home? That wherever you go, whatever films you make, the spirit of Hong Kong will be in your cinema.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Yeah, we're still making movies, so as long as we're still making it, so Hong Kong cinema is there, and that spirit is there.
And you're excited about the future.
Yeah, the taste and the texture is still Hong Kong.
Perfect. And you are optimistic about the future of Hong Kong cinema?
Well, I think it will be great. Yeah, it will be great. And I didn't see what will happen. I don't know.
Do you think the next few years you're going to see an explosion of new films from Hong Kong that are going to change the world?
Sure. I'm sure, because we have this new talent director. They have as you say, they went out and they come back. They grab a lot of different landscape, and then I think they will create a new world for Hong Kong movie.
Perfect. And are you more excited after this project?
Yes. Actually, I want to say something. For me, it's very impressive because, they are the volunteers. They don't get any.
We do it for fun.
You do it for Coca-Cola.
So this is so amazing in the industry. This time is very lucky to get all the people. They have a heart to love the movie, to do something for the Hong Kong films, to the cinema. I mean.
Well, thank you very much. I always say, as a film critic, our best job is to actually communicate our love of film. I can say a film's good, I can say it's bad, but so often when I talk about movies, people haven't even seen the movies, but if they understand my passion, my love for it, your films are doing this. Maybe somebody now is going to watch one of your films and go back and watch In the Mood for Love. Maybe now they're going to hear this interview and watch Cinema Paraiso. There's many things we can do. So I would like to congratulate you all. Thank you so much for your time. And more importantly, once again, you're in Cannes. For God's sakes, enjoy this. Congratulations. Thank you much.
Thank you very much.